After working hard in the garden, the last thing you want is wild animals stealing the fruits of your labor.
You'll have to block them out with a good barrier, and Renee Bonneau goes in the garden today to show how different types of fences can keep out those pests.
From up here, you don't really see it unless you really look for it.
Master gardener Jamie Sledd had two criteria when choosing a fence for her garden oasis.
The thing that was most important for me was to be able to keep the critters out, but I also didn't want to see the fence.
The fence doesn't have to be elaborate or expensive. In fact, you could make one using things around the house.
I have done some where I've taken little bamboo posts and I've actually put little fishing line about 1.5 feet up and then another one about 2 feet up. The deer can't see it and they'll actually walk into it and it will startle them and they will turn around and walk away.
While it worked, the fence didn't hold up to heavy snowfall. Sledd says she tried liquid fence and animal repellent, but it was messy and she had to keep reapplying it. In the end, she went with something sturdier.
I have the fence in the background that keeps the deer out of the way. This happens to be a thoroughfare for deer. They really like this, and we've got a lot of great food back here for them. It also just helps with a perimeter to kind of keep the vines at bay.
This came from a roll of fencing Sledd bought at a hardware store. She says it didn't cost too much and it was easy for her and her husband to install. The bigger holes in this fence don't keep every critter out, so she did add a second barrier.
I have this is just actually chicken wire. And what I do is I take the chicken wire and I've folded it under and I've put dirt on top of it, and I have these kind of metal bamboo stakes that I just weave in and out of the fencing, and it holds it upright and it keeps the little critters out.
Sledd says before choosing a fence, ask yourself what you want to keep out of the garden. Then try different options until you find the one that fits. In the garden, Renee Bonneau, 12 News.